It was the summer of 1966, and the village of Larkdowne had never been more alive. The days were long and the nights were warm, providing a perfect backdrop for the town's annual Festival of the Moon, a celebration of the lunar cycle. John, the teenage son of the local vicar, was always an inquisitive boy, and he was particularly interested in the mysterious events of the festival. He was determined to find out what was really going on and why the townspeople seemed so excited about it. That same summer, John's father received a letter from a distant relative informing him of a strange discovery in a nearby forest. The letter mentioned a mysterious underground laboratory, full of strange experiments, and a strange machine that was seemingly powered by the moon's energy. This sparked John's interest, and he set out to investigate. Upon his arrival, John quickly realized that the government had been using the power of the moon to experiment with the environment, and had been doing so for some time. He was appalled by the destruction they had caused, and determined to put a stop to it. He made it his mission to expose the government's plans and rally the villagers to fight against them. He held rallies in the town square and handed out flyers to raise awareness, but most people were too afraid to get involved. John was desperate to find a way to get the villagers to stand up for their environment. He eventually remembered the Festival of the Moon and came up with a plan. He convinced the village elders to allow him to use the festival as a platform to raise awareness of the government's plans. The night of the festival came, and the townspeople gathered in the square to witness John's plan. He used the moon's energy to power a giant machine, which he used to project a message to the townspeople. He implored them to fight for their environment, and to put a stop to the government's experiments. The villagers were inspired and finally agreed to take action. They formed a protest and marched towards the laboratory, determined to shut it down. The government forces were no match for the united villagers, and the laboratory was destroyed. The townspeople celebrated their victory, and the moon shone brightly above them. John had managed to save the environment, and the villagers were forever grateful. The villagers of Larkdowne had proved that with enough determination and courage even the smallest of towns can make a difference.